So I'm gonna try maybe a mix of phone and actual camera, which is what this is being shot on, for the February tracking of the novel writing process. At the moment, I'm not really focusing on my novel, but I do have my notebook open and I am writing ideas as they come through, because I had some ideas run through while I was at the movies earlier. But I'm working on podcast things. We have a new episode that releases on the 8th. Yes, 8th of February. I had to think about what day it was and when this was being released. So yeah, it's currently the 6th of February, so 2 days from now. So working on novel, but also watching the Olympics. Not really caring about the whole setup at the moment. But so far I like what little work has been accomplished in February. I rewrote a portion as I'm kind of discovering more about a specific character that I definitely had a lot of questions about. Like during the whole NaNo process, I didn't really feel like I knew that character very well, and it seemed kind of important to know this character. It's not like my main character, but it is a character that my main character regularly runs into, like has beef with. So yeah. So we're doing that, and that's creating some rewrites, which is nice and cool and makes for things better. So that's where we're at. I'm not sure how this is going to be used just yet. It could be in my February update for my writing process, or it could be the start of the review for the movie that I'm about to go see. So, guess we'll find out when the editing room, when the editing process hits. So, I finished rereading Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie in 2 days, so that way I could make sure I got the opportunity to see it in IMAX, because I know the next round of movies that's coming out will take away that opportunity. So this is the only opportunity for that, and I really wanted to see it in IMAX. So here's this, hoping that this is a nice adaptation of Death on the Nile. Let's go see. Okay. It was okay. I don't regret seeing it in IMAX. But there are just a lot of character changes. Okay. We are in the last week of February, and I have a box to open. But part of the reason why I have the box open is because my camera died in the middle of shooting a baseball game. So I'm really excited. Essentially, it's just the same thing that I already have, but it's the newer version. And one that will not crap out on me. But let's see. How was this new? Ooh, yes. It's a flip out screen. It's honestly one of the things that actually kind of annoyed me a little bit about the one that I had. So 6D Mark II will now be the new primary gem. I'm super excited about this, and I cannot wait to see how all of this goes. And turn into some really fun videos. But this is being included in the update video for February. I have to remind myself it is February, because it is the last week of February. But my brain's already in March because I'm having to plan other things for March. Because it's part of the process, especially because I was trying to actually film more of it on a professional camera as opposed to my phone, which is what this is being currently done on, because my current professional camera, or now former professional camera, crapped out on me. So hopefully this will not eat the batteries and claim it's taking things when it's not really taking things. So new things. Yay. Last day of February. I don't know that I would classify this as like a major success month, but I do feel like I have a better idea as to what is left to be done in order to possibly start querying this summer. Because, you know, the goal is to either be published or rejected in 2022. And the only way to do that is to query the heck out of this. But it's not in a spot right now to be queried. For those of you who are following my process but have no idea what I'm talking about, querying is the process with which essentially I'm pitching the novel to agents and publishers for them to say, yes, we want to make this a real thing. And so it takes time. I have to write a nice letter that is pitching them the idea, but I need more to have with it, because sometimes if they like the letter, they will ask for more things, or sometimes they want more things with the letter. So I gotta have more things available than what I presently have right now, which sounds ridiculous considering I know I have 47,000 words last I looked. And so it sounds like a lot, which, you know, it is in the grand scheme of things. However, I'd much rather have a complete draft, so that way if they ask for a complete draft, I have that ready. But if all they want is a few chapters, then I'm good, because I definitely have a few chapters. But I have probably 8-ish chapters that need to be written in order to patch the plot holes that are super glaring. There are definitely other plot holes in my novel that will get fixed with another draft. But if I finish those 8-ish chapters, then I can replace the draft that is currently in the hands of 2 of my friends who got to see the vomit draft and they've been working their way through it, because, you know, we're all busy adults with our own lives. And what they have read so far, they've enjoyed, which is encouraging. And I know that they would tell me if they absolutely hated it. So that's where we're at the end of February. I think with what I'm projecting, you know, if I hit a stride, then yes, I think I have a possibility of having everything done by the end of April, so I can really start querying in May. Otherwise, it will be like June probably before I can query. But, you know, providing myself enough time to make sure that I'm not stressing myself out on top of other obligations that I've already agreed to doing, as well as, you know, maintaining my responsibilities at work. So yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks for coming on the journey with me for February. And I will see you in March. So I will see you next video. Bye. Don't